Hello everyone, and welcome to this mini episode of Mastering Midlife, How to Thrive When the World Asks the Most of You. I am your host, Mark Silverman. I was about to get on my meditation cushion this morning. Yes, I meditate every single day. It is an essential part of being alive at this time of my life. I got distracted and I got up and I went to go do something on the other side of the house. Before I got back to my meditation cushion, my phone was out and I was scrolling through Twitter. And I was scrolling through Twitter earnestly. And I realized that I was looking for a distraction. I was looking for a dopamine hit of some sort. And I was a little nervous now because I had this habit going. And by the time I got back to my meditation cushion, the thought came to me, going back to an empty well, going back to the empty well, the thing that I think is going to fill me, the thing that I think is going to do something for me and give me the dopamine, giving me the thrill that it used to give me, and it doesn't give it to me anymore. But I go back to it anyway. So I'm going back to the empty well of shopping, of food, of whatever habit you have, whatever habit I have that used to fill me, that used to distract me enough and be satisfying, and it's no longer satisfying. But I still go back anyway. The well's empty and I go back anyway. Now what do I do? If the well's empty, what do I do? Then by the time I got back to my meditation cushion, the story of the wolves came to mind. Which wolf are you going to feed? So the story, the short part of the story is you have the good wolf and you got the bad wolf on one of each shoulders. And which wolf is going to win? The wolf with all your habits, your anxieties, your crutches, all the things over here, you're going to fill those, or you're going to fill the ones that can make you feel better. That basically the kale of life, the meditations of life, the grace of life versus all those pulls. And I realized that I was about to sit down and meditate and give myself some kale, and I went for some cotton candy instead, in an instant. It was amazing. So how often do you go back to the empty well and try and fill yourself with things that no longer work? I'm practiced at this. This is my living. This is what I do every day, all day. And I still get distracted by the cotton candy. And I still have to sometimes choke down my kale to get the benefits. What I'm here to tell you is what I know for myself, what I know from what I read from the sages, what I know from the people that I work with, is that what we're really looking for, what I'm always really looking for, is what's behind the empty well, what's behind the habits, then what's behind the emptiness and the pain and the uncomfortability that drove me to that empty habit. So in other words, before I get triggered to go to the habit, what is it? The pain that I'm trying to avoid, the emptiness that I'm trying to avoid, whatever feeling, whatever state I can't stand to be in that I need to distract myself from, behind that is what I'm really looking for. And there are no words for that. I can't tell you what it is. I can only tell you what it isn't. And it isn't distraction, and it isn't happiness, and it isn't sadness, it isn't any of those things. It's just something that's beyond that. And when you reach there, when I reach there, I'm like, that's what I wanted. That's what I've always wanted. That's what all these habits, that's what all this filling myself, even all the new age books I read and all that, that's what I'm looking for. It's behind the distraction. It's behind the emptiness. It's behind the uncomfortable feelings. It's behind the pain. And if you can sit long enough in those feelings, in that emptiness, you'll know what I'm talking about. So I wish you a little bit of boredom, a little bit of patience, a little bit of fortitude, so that you can sit and see the gifts that life pulsates for you. I love you. Thank you for spending time with me, and I'll see you on the next episode.